Hey guys, Andrew from Model Flight here and welcome back to another RC update video. Again, we've had a lot of stock arrive, a lot of brand new product, a lot of new arrivals, and what we want to do is go through, have a look and see what we've got. Today we're going to focus more on the car side of things. Last video was mostly aircraft, so let's get into some surface new arrivals. The Arrma Granite 4x4 BLX is an all new arrival for us. It's a fantastic car, one that's been around for a while in the Granite chassis configuration. So known quantity, very durable, and basically made for bashing, jumping and doing anything you want. Nice big wheelie bar on the back, and this car does have a lot of power with the brushless setup, so it's going to need that wheelie bar. So we're looking at a car that's pre-assembled, almost ready to run. You will need to add a battery for it. So for the battery side of things, you can go 2-cell or 3-cell LiPo. About 5,000 milliamps would be ideal. Obviously 2-cell is going to be a little bit slower. With your 3-cell setup, you're going to get the 50 plus mile an hour that's advertised on the box. So 3-cell would be for more experienced users, but a hell of a lot of fun. With that, you're going to need a charger for your battery and a LiPo safe charging bag, ideally for charging. But aside from that, car's pretty much ready to go. So get it out of the box, install your batteries, and get to bashing with the great Granite 4x4 BLX. Another brand new release from Arrma is the Outcast 4S. Now, a lot of you may be familiar with the Outcast line. They do have the 6S version. This is the 4S version. So a little bit lower voltage battery, which does translate into the battery is a little bit more affordable. The car itself is a little bit cheaper, a little bit smaller as well. So smaller track width, smaller wheelbase, but the car is just as capable. It's actually quite amazing. This car will take 3S or 4S. So if you want to set that up with two 2S packs, one 3S pack or one 4S pack, totally up to you. But they're very common packs these days, easy to come by, and a lot of ready to run cars use those kind of packs as well. So probably aimed at someone who's getting into RC, maybe has 1 or 2 cars, might already have the packs at home, which is a great thing. But this car on 4-cell is incredible. So it is a stunt truck. It is made for doing backflips, front flips, taking to the skate park, taking to the BMX track. The car will do standing backflips if you pull full throttle with a 4S setup. And on a 3S, it is still quite lovely as well. So super impressive performance on either battery that you choose to go with. But 4S is incredible what this car can actually do. The stunts you can pull off. Yeah, really, really cool. So let's take the body shell off and have a look at the electronics and the chassis and some of the features they've added to this Outcast. As you can see, everything on the Outcast 4S has been engineered for durability. They also have kept in mind ease of maintenance as well. So not only is everything on this car super chunky, super strong, you've got massive shock absorbers, turnbuckles, drive shafts, but also there is the ability to work on the car quite easily. So the quick access center diff, it's actually one screw from the bottom, and then you've got a lift lock tab, slides out. This is spring loaded, the center drive shaft, so you can get the whole motor plate and motor out. To work on. So if you need to change pinions, change gearing, do any maintenance, super easy to get to. Same with the front and rear differentials. You will notice this front to back chassis brace. So this is providing a little bit of, I guess, protection on the chassis for when it has big impacts, when it's trying to flex inwards or outwards. This chassis brace helps to keep that stiff. The front and rear shocks have, they're a plastic shock absorber, but have adjustable ride height and preload. And the wing has had a bit of a revision as well from the 6S. So compared to the Outcast 6S, the car is a little bit smaller overall. But like I said before, with the electronic setup in this, on 4S, you're going to get pretty extreme performance. So if you're looking for a stunt truck that's going to do standing backflips, go to the skate park, go to the BMX track, or bash around the park, the Outcast 4S might be for you. A brand new release from a new company to us, Panda Hobby, is the Tetra X1. Now, this is a all new brand for us. We've had the chance to play around with a sample one of these, even done a video on it, so keep an eye out for that. But super impressed with the quality versus affordability of this car. So it is a 1/18 scale crawler. Does come packed with a fair bit of features and value in the box. So you do get it ready to run, everything you need to get going. You also get 2 batteries, so 500 milliamp lithium ion. 2 come in the box. So most cars only give you 1. 2 is a nice little added extra, a bit more playtime. It is quite a simple USB charger, so again, can be charged anywhere at home, from like a phone outlet, in the car, from a USB outlet. So it gives you a lot of autonomy there to be charging while you're out driving. And also the car itself, so super nice unit, high quality and really easy to work on as well. Aluminium chassis rails, oil-filled shocks. It actually is quite capable for a crawler of this size. Normally when you scale the crawlers down, they're not very capable, but this one actually was very surprising what it could get through and what it could do. Another neat feature is the LED lights. So these are controlled by the transmitter. You can switch them on and off. Does have brake lights, headlights, and a light bar up top. So really nice bit of gear. Maybe we'll take the body shell off and kind of show you what's underneath. As you can see there, you've got a lot of wires coming in here. This is for all your LEDs that are mounted in the body shell. Again, all of them are functioning and controllable via the actual transmitter itself. You get a 2-in-1 ESC and receiver unit, which is powering the servo, the LEDs, and the brush motor. So it's a 51 turn brush motor. It is a 180 size, so quite a big motor for a car of this size. Up the back here we have our battery mounting position. Like I said, you do get two, and it comes with just a pretty standard JST battery plug. And then up front we have the steering servo mounted all the way up the front to try and help with weight bias. So when you are going over steep obstacles, keeps the front end of the car down, helps with the crawling capability and the level of difficulty of objects you can get over. The more weight we can get up the front, the better. The steering servo on that is actually really fast. So I was super surprised with how responsive and quick that was. Again, on smaller crawlers, sometimes you tend to see servos are a little bit slow, but this was super torquey and really quick. So all in all, a great product from Panda Hobby, and really excited about this. The driving that we have done with it has been quite good. So again, keep an eye out for the video, give you an idea of what this thing's capable of. The DX5 Rugged is a new release from Spektrum. This is a transmitter that was aimed at the basher, at the crawler, the marine enthusiast, anyone that is using their transmitter in, I guess, let's say like less than perfect conditions where there's water, mud, dirt. This is kind of the transmitter for you. So we all know that cars have been made to withstand water, withstand bashing and dropping, and transmitters kind of aren't designed to withstand that. The Rugged is designed to withstand that. So with that in mind, a lot of durability has gone into the design. So the radio does feature like a rubber casing all around it. So when dropping, not as much damage is going to occur. They've internalized the antenna to not have anything sticking out that can get broken. The transmitter is water resistant as well. So if it does get wet, you're going to be safe. It does have an innovative thumb steering setup. So you can actually steer and actually drive a car with one hand. So may sound a bit corny, but for the guys that are wanting to film, so if you're doing rock crawlers, bashing and you want to be able to film, you actually can do this with this radio. So you'll be able to operate the car, drive it with some good control authority, as well as film at the same time. With the waterproof setup, they've obviously had to go away from the scroll wheel at the back. So they've now gone to a touchpad, a touchpad system that still allows you to scroll up and down as well as select. So that actually works really, really well. This does have a 20 model memory. So again, for most RC enthusiasts, it's going to be plenty. And comes with a receiver in the box. So the receiver you get is the SR515, which is a 5-channel transmitter and receiver setup. The receiver also does have the capability of running at 5.5 millisecond latency. So it is quite a nice receiver. What you need to add to this is just your AA's. So other than that, this would be a perfect transmitter to pair with any ready-to-run car, any bind and drive car. So if you have a ready-to-run and you want to upgrade your radio, this would be a great option. For the bind and drive vehicles that Horizon offer, this would be a fantastic pairing with that. It's going to be super durable, stand up to a bit of abuse, even a bit of water, and keep coming back for more. All new release from Axial is the UMG 10. This is actually a kit crawler, so it's something you need to build yourself. You assemble it from the ground up. All the piece parts are included, but you will need to add all of your running gear. So your transmitter, your servo, receiver, motor and ESC, batteries and charger. So everything from the electronic side, but it's fantastic for those hardcore enthusiasts that want to build up a kit. Also would be a great way to start if you wanted to get started in building. A pretty straightforward assembly from Axial. Now this does use the SCX10 II platform, so it's a proven platform, one that's very capable and widely used across a bunch of Axial's range. They put it into a kit form with the UMG 10 styling, so super cool and unique body styling. Front cab, back tray, really nice looking, and a high quality kit all round. So a great option for those looking to build their own crawler from the ground up. The Axial Wraith 1.9 has just come back into stock. Now, we do have this car in two colorways. This is the orange one. There is also a black version as well. Finished in a nice matte coloring, so it's painted on the outside of the body shell, which gives it this nice matte look, really different, and finished off by a material top cover, which is fantastic and kind of goes with the scale look of the car. So they've put a lot of detail into this car, and probably the most obvious part of that is the battery tray. To actually change the battery, it's under the bonnet. So the battery tray is located in there. They've even put like a scale looking engine under the hood. So a lot of effort done by Axial here to have a really scale looking car with some really cool features. This does come almost ready to run, so you will need to add a battery of your choice and a charger for that battery. On the battery front, you do have a few options. The speed controller in this car can handle both nickel metal and LiPo, and on the LiPo side can handle 2 and 3S. So you can choose nickel metal battery, LiPo 2S or LiPo 3S. Obviously 3S LiPo is going to give you your highest performance. Now, if you are switching between nickel metal and LiPo, you do have the option of moving a jumper on the speed controller, and that's for your LiPo low voltage cutoff. So if you want to run LiPo, the car comes preset to run LiPo. If you want to run nickel metal hydride, you can just move that jumper over. And if you want to run LiPos again, you can just move it back. So super easy, and a great job by the guys at Axial to make that available to people to run different types of batteries, not just stuck with LiPo or nickel metal, but give you the option of both. For electronics, the car does come installed with Spektrum SCX10 II transmitter and a Spektrum receiver as well. Tactic metal geared servo, so keep the wheels pointing in the right direction, and a dynamite motor system. So overall, really, really good product, some great scale detail, and something that's really sure to turn heads and excite the crawling enthusiasts. Thanks for joining us again this week, guys, for another RC update. I've had some awesome cars arrive, as well as a brand new surface transmitter from Spektrum. Something for everyone. We got stunt trucks, got crawlers, we've got a kit, a little bit of everything, as well as a 1/18 scale crawler as well from Panda. So really fantastic products. If you want any more information on any of the stuff that we've covered today, check the links in the description below. Like I said, keep an eye out for the video we'll do on the Tetra crawler, and see you next week.